Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat on Michigan Business Network. Jeffrey Mosher sitting in for Chris Holman on the road. Well, recording remotely as we all are tended to do so these days. And this time around, reaching down to the Kalamazoo, Michigan area to Ron Kitchens, CEcD. That's a certified economic developer, senior partner, and chief executive officer with Southwest Michigan First. Ron, welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat.
Hey, thanks. Great to be with you.
Excellent, excellent. Now, for Southwest Michigan First, returning to work is key. What does the return to work look like for Southwest Michigan?
So I think it's critical for us, too much, we know we're going to have a financial recession, but the biggest thing we're worried about is the psychological recession that comes along with that. The people let fear drive them as opposed to the data. When I look at Kalamazoo County, every death is important and sad, but when we look at the average person who's succumbed to COVID is 78 years old, which happens to be the same age that our average normal death is. It's that same area. And that 79% of the people who passed because of COVID were in institutions already. So these were folks who already were in chronic condition, nursing homes, and other long-term care facilities, so that we can't, of a county of 350,000 people every day, we know that only 16 people have passed of COVID who weren't already in a chronic situation. So we have to get back to work. We can't let our economy die. We can't let communities flounder. We already know it's going to be tough, so we have to come back. We've got to understand that families are in trouble, children are in trouble, companies are in trouble. And the only thing that's going to turn that around is restarting our economy, doing it in a safe and smart way.
Perfect. Thanks, Ron. And as people check out this article, they'll be seeing down in the blog post some of the articles and information and resources that Southwest Michigan First has at their disposal, including articles of reference that you certainly are welcome to check out on your own time. It comes to mind, there's the real data. What are the key data points that individuals should know about Southwest Michigan in their performance right now?
I think when we look at the economy, none of us really know what unemployment is. It's an unprecedented time where government had to step in and shut the economy down. And so unemployment numbers are just numbers. Now that we've got the federal stimulus is off, people are returning to work. I mean, in most cases, it didn't make sense for people financially to return to work under the old system. People are back to work. Companies are hiring. We know that we have, in Kalamazoo County alone, we've got hundreds, if not thousands of jobs. We know we have multiple thousands of jobs in the region for people to go back to. And so the real data says it's time to go back, to do it smart, and that jobs are available. Wages have gone up dramatically, and they're going to stay up. And that's a good thing for the families of the entire Southwest Michigan region.
And as they go back, small business support comes to mind. So how is Southwest Michigan First helping support those local small businesses?
So we were blessed with $7.5 million from the state, which came from the federal government, for Small Business Restart. We had 2,200 applicants apply. 58% or so were women, minority, or veteran applicants. And so we're in the process of allocating those funds. Looks like the average is going to be about $5,000. So about 1,400 of those 2,200 small businesses are going to get grants to help them continue to restart, to restock, to get the economy going. And we believe it's critical. You don't take care of small business, the quality of all our lives diminish.
You're certainly echoing a remark that we've heard time after time. So it comes to mind real quickly. We've spoken with Jim McBride from MMDC, Birgit Close from The Right Place, Paul Krutko from Ann Arbor Spark. Did Did Southwest Michigan First ever speak to any of the other groups across the state about their processes and how they were doing this? Or was there an initial meeting with MEDC on a game plan for continuity?
Yeah, so those four you talk to, I speak to every week. We have a standing call at 8:30 in the morning on Wednesdays, along with 7 other groups to share those best practices, to share those things. But every region is different. And so on our small business restart, everyone tailored it to what the needs, wants, and desires were of their small businesses. So I think, which I think is amazing, it wasn't a forced down strategy from Lansing, which is really hard for Lansing to not do, and to let the regions know what they need and to accelerate their own businesses. Man, I think it's a breath of fresh air.
Perfect. Well, I don't want to let you go without briefly commenting on community and how is your organization supporting community place-based initiatives during this time?
I think it's critical. Everything's about community. And as we restart our economy and reestablish, it's not just business and jobs, it's education, it's the faith-based community, it's not-for-profits. So we've been hosting safely, under 10 people, been hosting lunches, 3 lunches a week. I think we're on lunch 15 or 16 now, of mixing up all 4 or 5 of those groups, coming together saying, how do we share best practices? How do we share our pain? But how do we make sure that, like all trains running parallel to each other, if one of the trains falls over, it knocks the other trains over, it blocks their track. So we've all got to win together. And that's what communications and collaboration is all about.
Tremendous. Well, Ron, thank you so much for spending some time with the Michigan Business Beat today.
Thanks for having us.
Once again, Ron Kitchens, CEcD, Senior Partner, Chief Executive Officer, Southwest Michigan First, Kalamazoo, Michigan. We'll be back with more on the Michigan Business Beat on Michigan Business Network.